Chapter 10 States of Matter. Learning Objectives. Properties of states of matter. Solution and solubility. Change in states of matter. Temporary and permanent changes. Warm up. Pick the objects given below and match them to the boxes indicating different states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. One is done for you. Anything that occupies space and has some weight is called matter. Matter is found in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. Matter is made up of very small particles called molecules. States of matter depend upon the molecular arrangements in them. Matter gets different forms due to the movement of the molecules. These arrangements and movements of the molecules decide the properties of the matter. Properties of states of matter. Solids. Solid objects are hard and cannot be pressed easily. For example, a pencil, desk, book, duster, etc. All of these have a definite shape and volume. This is because their molecules are tightly packed. The molecules are arranged as such that there is no space between them to move around. If you put them on your desk, they will remain as it is. If you put them in your bag, they will remain in their own shape. Their shapes cannot be changed even after pressing them. Their molecules are held very close together, so solids have a fixed shape. Solids have a fixed volume. Liquids. Liquids like water, milk, cold drinks, etc. are always kept in a container. They cannot be kept on a desk or in a bag without a container. Why do you think this happens? This is because the molecules of a liquid are loosely packed. The molecules are arranged in such a way that they have spaces between them, due to which their molecules can move around. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept. If you pour it on the floor, it will spread all over. Thus, liquids have no fixed shape. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept. Liquids have fixed volume. Liquids can be poured. They can flow easily. Gases. We can feel the air around us. What do you think about an empty glass or a tumbler kept on the desk? Is it empty? No, it is filled with air. A room is also filled with air. This is because the molecules of a gas are very loosely packed. They have large gaps between them. Their molecules move rapidly. They do not have a definite shape and volume. Gases can flow easily and spread out to fill the available space. Hence, they can be compressed easily. Thus, gases have no fixed shape. Gases have no fixed volume. Gases fill the spaces of any empty vessel. Gases flow more easily than liquids. Solution and solubility. You might have seen your parents preparing sugar and water syrup. What happens when they add sugar to water? It breaks into tiny particles and disappears in the water. But when you drink it, it tastes sweet. Solid matter which dissolves in a liquid is called a solute. The liquid in which the solute is dissolved is called a solvent. The new substance produced from the mixture of solute and solvent is called solution. Sugar, solute plus water, solvent equals sweet water, solution. Dissolving solids in a liquid. Solid substances that dissolve completely in water are called soluble substances. Sugar, salt, etc. are soluble substances. Solid substances that do not dissolve in water are called insoluble substances. Stone, chalk powder, sand, etc. are insoluble substances. Dissolving liquids in a liquid. Some liquids like milk, juice, alcohol, etc. dissolve in water easily. Such liquids are called miscible liquids. Some liquids such as oil and petroleum do not dissolve in water. They float on water because they are lighter than water. Such liquids are called immiscible liquids. Dissolving gases in a liquid. Many gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, etc. dissolve in water. Aquatic animals breathe in oxygen, which is dissolved in water. You might have seen bubbles rapidly coming out of a bottle of soda, water, or a cold drink. In such aerated drinks, carbon dioxide is dissolved under pressure. Change in states of matter. Some substances can change their states under certain conditions. For example, water is in liquid form at room temperature. It changes into ice on cooling, which is its solid form. It can be changed into gaseous form as water vapor and steam on heating. The change in states of substances happens because of change in temperature. Freezing. Freezing is the process in which a substance changes from its liquid state into solid on cooling. For example, when water is kept in the freezer for 2 to 3 hours, it changes into ice. Water on cooling gives ice. Melting. Melting is the process in which a solid substance changes into liquid state on heating. When you leave ice cubes in open at room temperature, they will start melting in a few minutes. You will see water left in the place of ice cubes. Ice on heating gives water. Evaporation. Evaporation is the process in which a liquid substance changes into its gaseous state on heating. For example, when water is heated, it starts boiling after some time. You can see steam and water vapor coming out of the container. Water vapor is the gaseous state of water. Water on heating gives water vapor. Condensation. Condensation is the process in which the gaseous state of a substance changes into liquid state on cooling. For example, water vapor changes into water again on cooling. You might have seen water droplets on the plate kept above the pot in which water is boiling. When water vapor comes in contact with cool plate, it changes into water droplets and sticks to the plate. Water vapor on cooling gives temporary and permanent changes. Temporary change. Sometimes the change in state of matter takes place on heating or cooling a substance, and only the physical properties of the substance changes such as shape, size, and state of matter. No new substance is formed. For example, when you light a candle and let it burn, the solid wax melts. When this melted wax is cooled, it changes again into solid form. Thus, a change that affects the size, shape, and the state of matter and does not form any new substance is called temporary or physical change. Permanent change. Sometimes a substance changes its physical and chemical properties permanently during the process of heating or cooling. A new substance is formed which is different from the original one. For example, when a piece of paper or wood is burnt, ash and carbon dioxide are produced. Ash looks different from the original piece of paper or wood. We cannot get back the same thing from its ash form. Thus, we can say that a permanent or chemical change affects the physical properties as well as the chemical properties of the substance, and a new substance is formed. Difference between temporary change and permanent change. Temporary change. Permanent change. It is reversible. It is non-reversible. No new substance is formed. New substance is formed. Shape, size, and state of matter are changed. Physical and chemical properties are changed. Keywords. Matter, a substance that occupies space and has some weight. Molecules, tiny particles of a substance that cannot be seen with naked eyes. Evaporation, the process of changing liquid into gas on heating. Condensation, the process of changing gas into liquid on cooling. Solute, the solid matter that dissolves in water. Solvent, the liquid in which the solute is dissolved. Solution, the mixture of solute and solvent. Chapter Roundup. 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. A solid has definite shape and volume. Liquid has definite volume but indefinite shape. Gas has neither definite shape nor definite volume. Water can dissolve solids, liquids, and gases. Dissolving solid in a liquid does not increase its volume. Matter can be changed from one state to another by heating or cooling. No new substances are formed in temporary or physical changes. New substances are formed in permanent or chemical changes.